Hey everybody, it's me, Alex. Welcome to Old Man Playing Video Games Badly. Today we're changing it up a little bit, doing something a little different. We're going to go for City Skylines, and we're going to talk about going from 0 to, I think it's 440, which is the first level, and a very important part of being able to do well in City Skylines or failing miserably and going, what the hell's going on? I don't understand. So hang on, here we go. Okay, so first things first, we have our City Skylines universe. Now, I'm assuming when I do this video that you know a little bit about City Skylines. You've maybe tried it a little bit. You've had a poke at it. Basically, I'm clicking on the screen on OBS. That's so bad. Basically, what you're trying to do is reach a population of 320. 320 is a magic number because that's the first one where you get Little Hamlet, but it's the first place where you're allowed to have taxes and loans, which means you can actually get money. Until you reach this point, everything you do in a game is 100% loss. So, with that in mind, you have to figure out a way to build your town basically on a budget, not kill yourself, and not go broke. So, first things first, very first thing, the game forces you to build a road. Now, the biggest mistake people make is clicking on the road thing and coming over here and building a road off the highway. Don't do it. They're forcing you to build this one little piece of road. You can, if you really want, just build this much random road in the middle of nowhere, and the game will now let you do other stuff. Until then, you couldn't do anything. So, as soon as you've built this little piece of road, the very first thing you have to do is come over here to economy and take roads budget, electricity budget, and water budget and turn them way down. It's because when you first put these things in, it will run at 100% and charge you at 100%, even though you don't need it. Now, there are some things you need to make your city run. One of the first things you need is you need water. So what I do generally is I look for, in this case, we got water all around, so we have all the choices in the world. What I do is I go over somewhere that's kind of far from where everybody is, preferably in a corner, and there's reasons for this after, and I put in the very first water thing, and I bring water all the way back to my starting point. So water is available. Now, the second thing you need is you need electricity. But to have electricity, you need to have a power plant to create it. So we get into the first thing, which is where do you want to put stuff in your city? Now, remember I told you you never build a road right off the front? Okay, let me just turn over here and I'll tell you why. What happens if you build right here? You will end up, because this is the only way in and out of your town, right? You will end up with a massive traffic problem. If you merge the two highways together, you'll still end up with a really big traffic problem for a slightly different reason. So what I've discovered is I do this. And I'm sure some people are going to scream when they see this. I take this one going this way and bring it up here. And then I go for a curvy road and I bring this one and I bring it over here. Oh, and I reverse it because it's got to go the other way. This is now your way out of town. This is now your way in town. This will create an intersection. This creates a buffer basically where the cars slow down. And if you want to, and I might actually do it just because it is helpful, is I'll give them an even longer buffer. Okay? Then you come over here and you grab your 2 lanes in each direction road. You get rid of your little street that you didn't need anyway. And you make a 2-lane road. And from the same place, do this and this. Now, what you've done by doing this is you have created... I always hate when I do that. You have created a way in and a way out that are not physically linked together so much, and a way for people to go into your town and a way to come out of your town without tripping over each other. The next step is you need to have a place which is going to be your industrial side. Now, since you can't tell normally which side is going to be better for homes or which side is going to be better for business because you can't tell what's underneath, what I generally do is I say, okay, I'm just going to go and build off of probably this side here, and I am going to create an industrial park on that side, and I am going to create residential. But I am going to cheat a little bit, and I am going to put residential down here. So they're fairly far away. A lot of times I'll put industrial down here, and I might still do it. I'm just thinking about it. Basically, you don't want your residence and your industrial to be too far apart to start with, but you do not want them to be too close together either, because the noise of the industrial and whatnot is generally not good. So if I say this is my industrial area, I will come in my industrial area and I will plunk in the initial electricity. And I say the initial electricity because you're not going to keep it. Now, I connect the water pump to the electricity because we need water. We already have water over here, so we'll just keep going and put the water out there. We'll put the water up there, and we'll put the water out here. Okay, so now I've spent a good chunk of our money, but now we have a functional town. We can actually start putting down roads, and we can finally turn the game on and have the game run. And we can invite people to come move into our town. Okay? The one last thing we need is we need to get rid of sewage. Now, the easiest way is to make an equal water outlet and spew the sewage into the water. I will tell you that is a very bad idea, even in the midterm. So what I do is I come over in what will be the industrial park, and I stick it in the industrial park because the people in the industrial park really don't care. Okay, so we now have everything you need. We have water, we have power, we have sewage. Now, before I turn this on, so that we get as big a jump as possible to start with, I'm going to designate out the initial zones where people can come live. And I'm not going to go any further than this. This is the bottom. And there's a whole bunch of reasons for that. It makes it much easier for you to reroute your roads later if you want to change where your highways go. Okay. Number two, in doing it this way with the industrial down here and the residential up here, the trucks that going in and out of the industrial area, in and out of town, are not going to be going through the residential areas. So the most traffic you're going to get is right here coming this way. This will be the bind road, and we will have to deal with that later. But for now, it's a nice big wide open road. It's 6 lanes, one direction. Lots of traffic can get out of there. We've already made everything two lanes in each direction, see? So there's lots of potential here for growth. So we can come here, we can duplicate this little U road on the other side and bring some more people in. Now, remember that we've got all this set down really low so that initially, as we're waiting for the people to come in and we'll start letting them in, we are not going to be spending $1 million. Otherwise, what happens is if you had these at 100%, they would be eating money significantly faster. See, you're going down by 118 right now. That's not bad. Now, we're going to speed this up. Doing, doing. And we will let some people come in. We will also come over here and we are going to designate out an industrial area. And what will happen is, because people are moving in, oh, yeah, need to give them power too, don't we? Let's just go give them power. There we go. They're all hooked up. They're all happy. Noticing, smile already. We've already gone up 124 people. We haven't done anything. And we haven't spent a ton of our money. So we've got this nice little, it's a very gritty pattern here. And we can just come over to this gritty little pattern and add a bunch more availability and let the people keep moving in. We have our first industrial area and we can designate, let's not make it a big area. Let's make it a smaller area. We can designate out a commercial area here. So now look at all these people piling into town. We're losing money, but people are coming in and they're coming in relatively quickly. We're up to 207 people. Remember, we only got to make it to, what is it? 320, and we're already at 206. Oh, we lost somebody. Somebody left town. Don't know why. But you see the industrial starting to move in, right? So we have all the requirements here for what could potentially be a very busy town. Already done. We'll let the business move in. Business coming in and industrial coming in will encourage people to move into town. And we'll do another little section here and another section here. And we'll reserve a little bit of land here so we can build a road to extend that out after. You always want to be thinking about the future. And the same thing here. We'll come up here, and up here. And go up here, and here. So now we have our next residential section ready to go. You notice also that all of this is connected, interconnected one to the other. So now, we haven't done anything, right? We're having a very small little town. We've got very, very little documented. And bing! Congratulations. You have reached Little Hamlet that quickly and that easily. And you're ready to go from there. And that is how you accomplish the first part of City Skylines and how you keep from dying in that initial section. You basically just need to really pay attention to what it is you need to accomplish and accomplish only those goals. Don't get distracted. Don't be building big roads all over the place. Don't make things complicated. Make things as easy as you can. And you will have reached the level of Little Hamlet pretty much instantly. So at 320, you've reached Little Hamlet. You get taxes, you get loans. You do have to start providing garbage service, health care, and you can start doing education, and education will bring more people in. You also have medical clinic, landfill site, elementary school, recycling center, community school, and a bunch of other stuff that you've gained to use when you move up to the next level. And we'll talk about the next level in the next video of basic City Skylines. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll catch you next time.